What's up, fellas? What do you think? Are these fits fire or not? I worked with a personal stylist from Qoves and got this super sweet custom-made lookbook that's 54 pages, has a capsule wardrobe of about 48 unique articles of clothing and 25 different outfits. I mean, this thing covers body type, what colors will go best and worst with your skin tone, and all sorts of tips and tricks to look your absolute best. So I spent an embarrassing amount of money getting every single piece from this lookbook and putting together the exact outfits that were suggested by the stylist so that you can decide if working with a personal stylist is something that's going to be suitable for you in the future. I am Angel with The Modern Man. I'm a chemist who's specifically focused on men's care and aesthetics. Let's get right to it. There are a lot of different styling services out there. Here are a few just to show them, but there's way more than that. So I specifically work with Qoves and their Lookbook styling service. It was about $400. It was their comprehensive one, which covers about 20 different outfits. You get 2 meetings with the stylist. And there's another one that is less priced, but that one is for about 7 outfits and 1 meeting with the stylist. I personally worked with a woman named Anouk from Qoves, so if you like what you see here, she's definitely your gal. I've got the email up here on the screen and it's also in the description below. We'll start with how the whole process worked, but if you want to go ahead and skip to the results, I will have the lookbook linked below in the description for you and timestamps as well, so you can actually skip to go see what the outfits actually ended up looking like. Now, to start off, I had to send in a front body profile, as you can see here, and a side profile. Now don't judge, I had gained a little bit of weight over that winter, so I was a bit of a thick boy and my clothes were a little bit too tight, but I had to send that in as well as fill out a 25-question questionnaire, which is to really get an assessment of what your personality is, to really tailor this for you so that you're not just wearing someone else's clothes and you don't feel like it's your identity. For the questionnaire, we're not gonna go over all 25 questions, but 3 of the ones that really stood out to me. So one was asking who is a famous person whose style that you really like. I don't tend to really follow very many famous people, but the only one that really came to mind was I tend to like David Beckham's style. I think he's a overall stylish guy. He's really good with a lot of classic looks, very versatile with his looks, so that's what I went ahead and put. Another question was, what's something that you like the least about the way that you dress? And so I actually really like my style, so what I wrote for that was that I was really wanting to have more versatility in my wardrobe and take a few more risks than what I do. I tend to go with things that I know are gonna look good, that just aren't that super adventurous. And then the next one was, what epithet, I don't know that word. I had to look it up whenever I saw it, best describes you. And so I wrote that Angel is a person who is always working on growing and developing and honing his craft and really just striving while enjoying the journey. From here, we set up the first call with Anouk, and she had created the lookbook, and she took me through every page of the lookbook and explained everything and the reasoning behind this. And what I really enjoyed about this call was I had plenty of opportunity, as well as in emails afterwards, to ask all sorts of questions about why certain decisions were made, because I didn't just want to see an outfit and just try that outfit. I wanted to know what the reasoning was behind the outfit. Why did she put these things together, and why did she use these types of clothes or these types of fabrics? And so it was really nice to be able to speak with her, and she would explain the thought process behind them and why things work together. So that helps you really get an understanding so that in the future, you can make a lot of decisions on your own. So that was something I really liked about this. All right, so let's get started. Really fancy gentleman, much like myself. We got table of contents, we go to theory page. Okay, so if you don't know what a capsule is, by the way, a capsule is basically a set of clothes that just go together really well. So if you bought a set of, say, I don't know, 20 different items of clothes, like a white t-shirt, some jeans, leather jacket, maybe some trousers, yada, 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 you could mix a lot of the items together and get a massive amount of outfits out of it. So the idea is that you don't have to buy too many pieces of clothes to come up with a whole bunch of different looks. But as we go through this, the body type, so here's a picture where I look a little bit thick boy, but I have what's called an inverted triangle. I've got some videos on different types of body types as well, so you can definitely check those out for what to wear for each body type, but they talk about that in here and what's gonna work well. Ideally, the main idea when you have, say, the inverted triangle body type is you wanna do things that are going to more balance out the silhouette. So for example, would be when you wear a striped shirt, instead of having it striped all over, it's stripes on just the bottom half. I don't remember the name of it in terms of like the fashion of it or whatever. That thus makes the midsection look a little bit wider, whereas the reverse, if you had like kind of a pear-shaped body and we're narrow on the shoulders, you'd want something with stripes up top. But if we go through this, very stylish gentleman. So as for the description of the style, this is based on what I put on the questionnaire. So I put that I am very interested in a lot of things that don't seemingly go together, from mixing like your anime and video games with like MMA and business and working out like a madman and playing piano, just all these tons of different hobbies that I have and I enjoy. And so I felt like in my style, I want to kind of reflect that I'm that type of person. And so that's what they talk about here. There's more talking on the main focus of the style, balance, and kind of harmonizing the silhouette, color palette. So this was really interesting to me. So I had read about this and I had heard about it, but I hadn't really like dug into it really deeply for myself. But this is describing what colors are going to go best with my skin tones. With my skin tone, things that are warmer colors will tend to work well. It talks about what goes well with my eye. And these descriptions that you see here on the right-hand side over here are basically just the kind of vibe that we're going for with each of these. So what was interesting to me was for my neutrals, because of my skin tone, apparently, and I didn't know this, that wearing like a straight black as the primary color and the main piece of attraction, like just like a black t-shirt up top, or just a white t-shirt up top, isn't as flattering as if I used more of a warmer earthy tone for my neutral. Working with proportions, and this is what I mentioned with the body type, so horizontal stripes, structured tailoring. Because I have a more of a narrow waist and wide shoulders, I don't want to get too tailored on the bottom because it'll make me look a little bit more top heavy and it doesn't balance out. This is why something like a double-breasted suit might work, because it is going to add a little bit of bulk to that midsection to kind of even out the silhouette. However, you can also try to accentuate that if you'd like by adding something like a scarf on the top, or things that really bring attention to the shoulders, like something that's like kind of a structured blazer, or having really bright prints and colors up top. Here's the fun part. Here's where we get into the items of the wardrobe. So I mentioned, I think it was 48 items of clothing. So, and the price on these is relatively high in my opinion. But again, that is because on the questionnaire, I put that I typically wear things that are like in the upper middle class type of range. And so that's the type of things that I got. So a lot of the stores on here would be like Qoves, Alex Mill. I think those are the ones that were on the most. But what's cool is if you click on these, you'll actually be brought to the individual item. So for example, there's the tapered wool chinos that are present right there. But just so you can quickly see each item, we got some vests, some long sleeves. I was able to get almost every single one of these items, except for, I really wanted this sweater, but couldn't find it, so I had to get just a navy striped sweater to substitute. But let's just quickly scroll through so you can see the items, and then we'll get to the fun part of getting to the actual outfit. Some of my favorite pieces on here was, I love how this fits. This, I'm rocking it right now if you could see it well, but this oversized polo from King & Tuckfield, love that one. Blazers, wide leg pants, nice little striped sweater, some good print on a blazer, it's a corduroy top. See, a lot of good, interesting items, and I actually love that leather jacket, and it's dirt cheap. I think with the discount it was like 70 bucks, and it looks pretty damn good in my opinion. Get into some of the interesting things which you'll see in the outfits. Some of the accessories, two pocket squares, and I don't think they're in any of the outfits, so I just bought those for no reason, but I guess I can use them in something. But here's a mood board. So the idea of the mood board is that it gives you some inspiration of type of things that you can put together and just the overall feeling and the vibe that you're going for. So when I look at the mood board, I'd say for the most part, I kind of agree. I love this, that looks sick. Getting into the actual capsule wardrobe, so here, we're gonna go into the outfits. So here's Formula One. So these are gonna show all of the pieces being put together, but it also provides a formula. So let's say that you didn't have these exact pieces. You could follow this formula to change it up and really make it your own. So if instead of wearing these Chelseas over here, I could maybe throw on some sneakers that would go with the outfit, like some Air Force Ones or something, or a backpack, or I could change up my accessories. Maybe I don't wanna watch, I wanna rock a different watch, use some bracelets. You're able to do that. This is what that first outfit looked like. Nice little model walk there, huh? I think I got a job there, but all right. So that's what the first outfit looked like. We'll go to the next one, and we're just gonna shoot through these and Tell me which ones that you think are good and which ones you think are not. Outfit number 2, we come on here, some formal wear, looking like a good schoolboy attending a dinner. But I don't love wide leg pants. And the high-waisted wide leg thing, I don't know, I don't think it really works for me. I feel like it's for skinny guys, but I mean, again, I'm super curious what you think about how these things look. But I don't know, I just kind of like that classic form-fitting, not too tight, not too loose type of look. So I've tried this same outfit with just my regular black chinos that I had that weren't wide leg, and I just liked how it looked way better, and I think it really accentuated how nice these boots are, and I love those boots. They are beautiful, beautiful boots. But on to the third outfit. So I quite like the mix of these, the corduroy with these boots, but again, I love those boots. The next one we got right here. Very oversized top coat, not something I'm used to. I'm more of a gold type of guy, but silver necklace here. Plaid pants and some Chelsea boots. Not too shabby. I kind of like the vibe of the larger top coat. I'm not used to it. For the next one, very, very nice schoolboy attending a prestigious academy. What we got next? I think this one looks pretty slick. I look sophisticated. I look like I read a book by the fire with its leather bound, and my room smells of mahogany, maybe some old cigars. And this one, this one, I guess it's like a classic. She said she was inspired by Peaky Blinders. I would never actually wear this. I look like I'm getting ready to go to work cleaning chimneys, maybe go off to war a little bit. But the blazer's not bad, but it's just the hat that's not doing it for me. And I actually didn't realize, because I've never worn proper suspenders that aren't clip-on, I guess, or even period since I've been a kid. You gotta sew buttons on to use those things. I had no idea. So the next one, looking brooding there, is the next formula. This is what it turned out like. So, not bad, nice little dark vibe. Again, I really like that oversized top coat. It looks sweet. There we go. Next up, let's see. I quite like this for a casual look. I chose to do a nice little cuff here at the bottom so that you go off that buckle in the boots. I love the red of that top, and it really worked well for this one. The dog comes on the screen, but a little bit of the bad boy vibe. Again, I couldn't get that exact sweater, so I got as close as I could get. I do love most of the outfits with that jacket, and I like that one in general. And this sweater, so comfortable, so comfortable. This is another outfit I like. Very nice, like feels like fall day, going out type of outfit. So we go to the next one. So I quite like this one too. I normally don't love wearing vests. I don't know, they just remind me of guys in Fi-Dye that just wear vests all the time, and so I just think of that, and I have that connotation in my mind, but I like how it looks layered with this outfit, and in this case, for the wide leg pants, I do like them there. I do like them with that particular outfit. Ooh, look at that bad boy. Mr. Steal Your Girl. Another one, like I said, most of the looks with the leather jacket I think look great, and I love the layering here on top of the vest, on top of the white shirt. It just, you know, they say that your fit isn't fire if you don't look at least 60% homeless and 30% gay. And so this, this cardigan definitely covers the homeless side of the house for sure. Very, very derelict. Very derelict. Number 15, again, proper schoolboy. Anytime the vest is with that tie, I just think of a nice schoolboy. It might be a little bit tight here at the waist in terms of the jacket. Can't get the button done. Number 16. Oh, what's up? What's up? I don't know how I feel about that one. This, I lost the footage, so this is what you get. With the wide leg bottoms, Formula 18. There we go. Another good leather jacket outfit. Number 19 with the forces. And one thing I didn't know about forces is they make you taller. They are taller than normal shoes, so very good for a guy like me who's like just above average. Formula 20, we're nearing the end, and this is where we get into some of the very statement pieces. So these are very wide leg, knife cut, or knife pleated denim jeans. What do we think of that? What do you think of that? I'm actually like really curious. All right, as you know, I love this shirt. Let's take a look at how the outfit turned out. I like this one. I could see myself wearing this one a lot. Oh yeah, take it off, baby. Getting some patterns popping at the top. We're getting with the knife pleated jeans. Let's take a look how that one turned out. Feels like too much for me. I definitely don't like the wide leg pants here. It feels very, I don't know, I just get very clown vibes with that one. Ooh, I like this one. See how I looked out, oh, this scarf. I love the bulk of this outfit, and I actually like it mixed with a little bit of the bunching that's going on here, and also again showing off the bottom of those boots. I prefer it more with the top coat, but on the next formula, one of the things that she mentioned was wearing this vest with nothing under it, and I tried it and I just thought it looked strange. I don't know, like again, I feel like it's one of those things that's for really like skinny dudes that maybe look kind of artsy, and I think it works really well for them. I don't know, it just didn't feel like it looked good to me. And on to the last one. Again, these are bonus formulas. It normally comes with 20, but this one had 25. This one I really like. There's a hole in the back of the sweater that I have to get fixed, but I love this patchwork cable sweater. I think it's a really good take on a classic. It's very, you know, visiting your girl's place, looking like the sweet boy that she brought home. It's very wholesome, very wholesome. So that covers the outfits. Which ones were your favorites? What do you think worked well? What do you think didn't work well? There's more that goes on here. Again, I have everything linked in the description. So if you want to take a look at this at your own leisure, see the individual items, see any of the text that was written out, and decide if working with a personal stylist is something for you, that'll be available for you again in the description. The bonus at the end is just different types of like tips for combining patterns and general things to keep in mind based on your preferences and what's going to work best with everything that you've got going on. As a summary, I really enjoyed the process of going through this, and with the 2 Zoom calls, I was able to ask a lot of questions to get a lot of understanding for why some of the stylistic choices were made. The mistake that I made was I was intending on buying everything at once, making a video, and then just returning the pieces that I didn't love. I missed the return window on everything, so now I have all of this. I probably like, I'd say, maybe like 60% of the pieces in there, and a lot of the outfits as well. Again, I'm not much of a wide leg, high waisted pants type of guy, so for all of those, I would probably sub those out and change the outfits up a little bit. But again, what I really like about this is you get the lookbook, which is pretty sweet. I kind of wanted a print copy. I thought would have been awesome, and you get those formulas that'll help you put together outfits and really be set on having a versatile wardrobe that's going to last you for a very long time. That wraps us up. Please drop the video a like, comment, subscribe. It helps get this into other people's ears so that they can learn more, and it also makes it so you can see really awesome videos in the future that could be very helpful to you. But I am Angel with The Modern Man. I'll catch you next time.